Better. We're in a phase of discovery or rediscovery, right? Because we've got dudes who are out that are coming back into the lineup. We've had guys that have had to play outside of their positions that have to go back to doing what they do well. This was always going to happen. We knew this was going to be at this stage of the season. Obviously, with Taj being away and factoring injuries, we didn't plan on every single point guard being unavailable, so there was a lot of guys that had to step up. The game Sunday was disappointing on numerous levels. There's no hiding the fact that regardless what your role and position is, if you don't bring the effort, you know you're not going to have too many wins. And the fact that the game was as close as it was is surprising because we were worse than terrible. But now as guys are getting full strength and role clarity is getting defined, it's really important what the next couple of days and weeks looks like.
So is that what you put it down to, bringing more effort on court?
Yeah, I mean, we knew it was going to be shaky, right, with Taj meeting us in New Zealand, and he hadn't been with the team for 3 weeks. Taryn coming back into the lineup on a minutes plan and being thrown into the deep end to run a team without the assistance of Pat because he was out injured. I wasn't expecting it to be pretty, but what was disappointing was the lack of fight and effort. You know, we got beaten up on the rebounds. All my bigs are available, there's no excuse. You know, we got a little bit sloppy in the execution. Guys started finding their own shot unnecessarily, taken away from the rest of the team. The body language, complaining to the refs. It was the most frustrated first half I've ever had, and it was at the group. And the fact that we're down 4, I was left stunned by how poorly we were.
What do you put that down to though? Is it inexperience? Is it the fact that they're so young?
Combination. I mean, the players that were out, the travel, the fatigue caught up to us, and the inexperience for sure. But, you know, when you address it, you know it going in, saying, okay, you can control what you can control, and we still didn't do that. You don't have to be a 21-year-old rookie to know you can do better.
Touch wood, hopefully this week, potentially, don't want to curse it, fresh guard lineup for the first time.
I'll let you know later in the week.
I was going to say, update on Pat, is he?
Yeah, no real update. So progressing as we expected, but again, you know, someone we don't particularly run the risk of re-injury this early in the season, so no real update for you.
Playing the Hawks on Saturday and you came off, you know, a loss to them back in their home. What does it mean to be able to get back to your own home court and
a bit of like playing to our style. Since we come back to the States, we've been terrible, you know. Even you reflect on the Sydney game, which we won, but it was very uncharacteristic of how many offensive rebounds we went and got, you know, which is not, we're not a very good rebounding team, so we need to be better in that area. But, you know, since the return, you know, we haven't been good. And it started off with Illawarra, so it would be good to sort of build a bit of consistency and routine, knowing we've got Taj and everybody back. We need to win that game at home.
I remember last season you sort of said, you should have given him more playing time. I remember at the end of the season he sort of came in and started in finals, he's doing well. Do you feel like he's underrated in this league and people should be talking more about Lat Mayen and what he brings to the tight end of the NBA?
I think every player who represents Kansas is underrated, you know, like we never get talked about. So a lot of times I've got to do the publicity myself for the guys and I'll continue to do that. But, you know, I think that's just always been Cairns in a nutshell, is that players up here don't necessarily get appreciated and celebrated the way they should. You know, I referenced Pat the other week, and Lat is a prime example of that. So, we'll just continue to go about our business.
About Josh Roberts, do you feel like for an import, like where can he sort of improve now? And you feel as an import that he can be a bit vulnerable?
It doesn't matter, like you're an import, you're a local, you're DP. If you don't bring the juice, I'm not paying you. And so this is the important thing for all these guys. It's not just Josh, it's AK, it's Sam Meninga. The expectations have been met. So there's got to be a point where you've got to be held accountable for your performance. I'm not here to sugarcoat it and make you feel good. We want to win games. So you've got to play to our style, and you've got to play to your capability. If you can't do that, I don't care what you think you've been promised, you're not promised anything.
He's got the potential to get to that stage?
Who knows? It's up to him. He's got to play. They all do. And this is the reality of it, is we're not in a good position. And if we try and pretend that people are owed something and carry ourselves like we've got something planned down the track, we're going to find ourselves on the wrong end of the ladder and the wrong end of the result. So it's on him. We've given him all the tools and the expectation, the feedback. And again, it's not just Josh. I'm referring to Sam Meninga losing his starting spot. I'm referring to Taj working his way back into the lineup, only playing one game. there's a lot of guys that aren't living up to their expectations, and so this is where we're at right now, and you guys got to step up.
Post-game, Taryn spoke about the fact that it's the same errors over and over again that he's working. How are you going to change that for this game? It hasn't worked before, so...
Yeah, we're going to get a little bit more brutal with the role clarity, and this is also, it's in two parts, right? There's guys that have had to... We've been in a bit of survival mode with everybody we've had out, and when Pat went down in that before half-time at Sydney, we went right into survival mode. We've got guys playing point guard that have never played point guard in their life. Now we're full strength, so people are going to get back into what they do well, their strengths, their role. Hopefully that minimises the mistakes, and if it doesn't, you can pretty much hit it right between the eyes where the errors are, and we'll just keep addressing it until we get it right.
Any particular focus for the Illawarra Hawks?
All of it. The turnovers, the rebounding, the effort. We got the worst offense in the league officially now, and a lot of that is off the back that half the time, we're not executing the simplest of actions. So clean that up, and that'll probably at least bring us off the bottom. But that's where we're at now, is baby steps just to improve fundamentals.
It does seem though like you start the games pretty well, go into half-time, then after half-time it sort of falls away. Is there a reason for that? Is the messaging not there? What happens with the guys tired?
Yeah, again, a large part of what helps that is youth, right? We get overexcited, and the last couple of games we haven't had Pat and Taj just to steady the roll. We saw it a couple of times in South East. We had possessions where we didn't run anything, and then Taj runs point and sets a simple away screen action, and then we were able to get the cross match, and we got Wardenberg into the block. Simple, right? But sometimes some people just need to take a big breath and relax and play what's in front of them without having to play a million miles a minute.
Do you have any update on
Oh yeah, no, progressing again, just a back complaint. So again, he's got a bit of swelling in the lower back. I don't know if it's the extent of a bulge disc, but it's pretty close to it. So someone we don't want to race back unnecessarily.
Is there any cause for concern of just inaccuracy in terms of shooting from free throws, as 3 points, everything just seems to be going away?
Well, the crazy thing is right now, in the sense of even like an effective field goal, we're smack bang in the middle. So can we be better? Yeah, for sure, but we're not the worst. Right now, there's 16 missed opportunities to shoot the ball because we turn it over. You split that in half and you go with what our field goal percentage rate is. There's an extra 10 points to become available just by being the league average for turnovers. So, Rome wasn't built in a day, and we want to take it step by step, and the first thing we want to do is get those turnovers under control.
Final data traditional point guard for a couple of games. What do you think about what was made up of the team?
Yeah, we got 3 point guards out injured, so it happens.
Just cleaning up the little mental errors we've been having, such as rebounds. We probably averaging or giving up offensive rebounds probably like between 18 to 20 a game, and between 15 to 16 turnovers a game. So we cleaned that up a little bit. We should be in a good spot.
Taj has come back a father, giving him some fatherhood tips out there off the court.
Yeah, I told him he's a nobody for the first 12 months. Like, the little kid not gonna want nothing to do with him. So we just gotta stay out of the way and just try to help as best we can.
You decided to have Taj and Patrick come back for the weekend, and what kind of potential is there for those two to combine as a real strong back?
Today was probably our first full practice where we had everybody, so it'll be good to have everybody at the game and figure it out, man. Trying to learn off each other and learn each other's strengths and weaknesses. So yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Do you feel like playing at Bendigo, like being the man, having the ball in your hands, that really helped you heading into this season?
Yeah, in a way. Builds confidence, but I'm pretty much doing the same stuff I've always done. I just have a better opportunity and just in a better spot. So yeah.
Pretty good. How's morale been for the boys? Obviously, morale, like confidence, is that still up and high, or is it you guys are a bit of a low at the moment?
Confidence still there, like within the team, but it's more like just individual mindset and individual confidence that is kind of affecting us right now. So everybody just got to tighten up and just fix whatever you need to fix and bring it between these white lines, So.
Wonderful.
Just one more, sorry. How can you sort of help Josh Roberts get into rhythm, and is there anything you can potentially do yourself as a player to help him out?
Just stay engaged. in my situation last year, you know, I stayed engaged and I didn't get an opportunity until the end of the season, and I was able to run with it. But it just, you know, keep doing the little stuff and stay ready, you know, because you never really know what's going to happen.